Hi everyone, this is Martha again. I am at Bakery and Bar, that's 112 Telok Ayer Street, and I'm gonna do my, it's not really a workshop, it's more like a discussion today. We are doing this discussion on navigating Tinder and beyond. A lot of people are using dating apps nowadays to meet people because our social circles become smaller as we get older, and besides work and friends and family, there's really not many other opportunities for people who are single to meet people. And so we're doing this at Bakery and Bar today, navigating Tinder and beyond. It's now 7:15 and it's supposed to start at 7:30. But for today's session, I am not as strict as other sessions where I actually tell people I will lock the door. This session is very informal. It's more like a discussion. And so I'll give you a little tour of this place. Not really tour, just like kind of show you the place. So this is the second floor of this shop house, and this is the third floor, the attic. And yeah, I'm just sitting here with a few chairs near the window and waiting for people to come. So they might come just any moment, and the moment they come, I will end the video, and I might delete even this video and make another one another day. But I wanted to talk about integrity. So integrity is sometimes something as simple as telling yourself you're going to wake up at 7, but you end up waking up at 8 or 9. So that's thank you. So integrity, when you make a promise to yourself and you break your own promise, sure, it doesn't hurt anybody but yourself. So why does it matter? It matters because just like a muscle, even though you can't really see it, it's a mental muscle. Integrity is a mental muscle. So you tell yourself something and then you stick to it. So what ends up happening is your mind gets stronger. And you want to live your life in a way where you respect yourself, you feel proud of yourself, and this energy does shine through. And it is related to what I was talking about in the previous video that I made today about infidelity and divorce, because people who cheat, they think it doesn't matter what their partner doesn't know, doesn't hurt them. But actually the biggest culprit is who ends up getting hurt is themselves, because they live with themselves, they see themselves in the mirror every day, and this does affect them because they might end up feeling negative, guilty, shame, and becoming very vigilant of their own actions. And when you live your life in a way where you are not proud of yourself, then what kind of a life are you living? Are you going to be happy with who you are? And so in integrity, it actually starts from not big things that people know, but even small things by yourself, with yourself. For instance, I am doing this session and I am the host, and I should be on time. In fact, I should do even better and not be just on time. I need to be early, and I need to be grounded, I need to be not panting, I need to be relaxed and welcoming. And so it's really important to show up not just on time, but even early. And so that's what happened. I was rushing here just now, and I haven't had my dinner, and I just wanted to be here early so that I can be more relaxed and welcoming. So what kind of integrity, what kind of a standard do you hold yourself to? For instance, in the past, when I've had a lot of clients, so usually weekday evenings of Saturdays are my busiest work days, but because of circumstances like difficulties getting a counseling room on Saturday mornings, so right now with the arrangement that I have, what used to happen was that I would be fully booked on Saturdays, and Saturdays would be my busiest work day. And because of that, I didn't go out. I didn't go out on Friday nights, and I wouldn't go out. And people would say, "Oh, come for a while." But no, I wouldn't even go out because I wouldn't even want to be tempted to bend my own rules. And how am I going to tell my clients to show up on time when I myself am not at my peak performance, when I am not giving them their best, because I know for myself that I'm not at my best. And so this is what integrity means. And a long time ago, when I first started my practice, I kind of made an agreement with myself that I would not tell people to do what I myself don't do. And that is a pretty high standard to hold myself to. I would take good care of myself, exercise, and have self-care practices, and put time for myself, going on dates by myself as a practice. So I feel that it's so important, because maybe you don't say so much to them, you might say a little, but the way you say it holds a lot of power. And this way that you say it cuts through all the words. It cuts through all the words. They really sense that you live it. You're not just telling them, you are actually the beneficiary of what you teach and preach. And I certainly believe that that is part of your integrity. So another example that I have for you is, maybe it's not such a conscious example, it's kind of like a Me Too example, where you have an interaction with someone and you say, we're not going to have sex, we're just going to make out, we're just going to fill each other up. And then lo and behold, one of you gets horny, excited. Maybe one of you gets an erection, and it's kind of like, oh well, since we are horny anyway, and since you don't mind it, why don't we do it? But the intention of the session, the intention of the sexual encounter was really just to connect. So if the person with the penis ends up feeling that way and pressurizing the other person, or hey, I'm already horny, why don't you just finish it? Or why don't you say, come on, just do me. So this happens so many times in my personal life. When this happens, what ends up happening is, sure, it is consensual, but there was some pressure. Some people will say it's assault, some people will say there was rape. But if you really want to boil down to it, is the person who feels pressurized to end up having sex actually feel less respect. You actually end up feeling that this person is not a person of their word, and their integrity is questionable. If they can break promises in small things, then surely what about the bigger things? So this is why a lot of people are talking about like a conscious movement. I'm looking for a conscious man, I'm looking for a conscious woman. What does it mean? It means people who do what they say and say what they do, and their word actually means something to them, that they keep to their promises, that they don't just say things for the sake of saying things, and they respect themselves. They hold themselves to a high standard, and they expect themselves to live that way because there's one of you, and you want to live yourself fully and fearlessly and bravely, then you need some standards. And it's not to the point where you have no fun in life anymore. It's really about being aware of your power and influence and building your relationship with yourself, so that this integrity shines through within you first, with yourself, by yourself, and then other people can sense it. This is why some people, especially leaders, they seem to have such power around them, and we're drawn to them. We find them magnetic, and we just want to be near them. We just want to learn what's the secret. Let me tell you, a lot of successful people, they live really simple and boring lives because their life outside of their personal and private life is full on. And so live simply and take care of yourself and be gentle. Not just be on the run all the time, but being gentle with yourself is also a skill. And there may be people coming up for the session. So yeah, I pretty much said what I wanted to say really, and I just better go before we get interrupted. And so I feel that just one last thing, when it comes to sex, it's the same thing. So when I teach my clients, male clients, how to change their masturbation habits and patterns, and I coach them to pleasure themselves in different ways, I actually tell them to set an intention. So if this session is on genital massage, don't turn the massage session into a masturbation session. And they ask me, what's the difference? The difference is that you didn't start off with that intention, just like the mental muscle that I was mentioning just now. If you didn't start off wanting to masturbate, and along the ways you just change and you don't have any self-discipline, and then you kind of lose a little bit of respect for yourself. So why not train yourself in small things, such as having a clear intention? And I'm not saying that masturbation is wrong. I'm just saying that your intention for that session was not that. So just keep to your intentions, and so that you live your life in a way that is honorable and respectable. And you are actually training yourself, giving yourself mini challenges that you can be successful in, so that you feel good about yourself. And so this is why it's so important that when we set out to do something, and we do it with a pure intention, we do it with a clear intention, then it's more likely to go well, as opposed to being unclear, being unsure, saying things like, oh, let's just go with the flow. These people are not ready to put their stake in what they're saying. This is what I'm going to do, I'm doing it. As opposed to people, you know, and because you're not clear within yourself, it's difficult for that thing that you want to achieve to follow through. So I'm saying that having integrity with yourself is in your personal life, for instance, your habits, such as setting a time to wake up, planning to exercise, keeping to your promises with your friends, showing up on time. And this also extends to your sexual life, when you intend to self-pleasure, or you intend to masturbate, or you intend to just caress someone, or you intend to just make out with someone. These are the different intentions that you may want to have for that session. Then keep to it, and what this does is it ends up making you feel stronger and proud of yourself. And over time, this has become easier and easier for myself, and this has become something that I feel is part of my power. And power doesn't mean strong. Power can also be learning when to be what, when to be strong, when to be soft, when to be hard, when to be gentle. And I feel that this is something that comes with discretion, discernment, age, wisdom. And so yeah, just wishing you guys all the best. And if you benefited from this video, please leave a comment below. And you can always contact me via Eros Coaching, that's eroscoaching.com. You can email me via my website as well. So once again, I'm a sex and relationship counselor, coach. I have both credentials, unlike some people. And yeah, I have a doctorate in human sexuality, I have a master's in counseling, I have 2 other degrees, many trainings, and I have almost, been in practice for almost 10 years now. Incredible that I still look so young. So what is my secret to being so young? People often ask me. I joke with them. I say it's because I always talk about sex. So talking about sex keeps you young. Think about it. So okay, I'm signing off. Bye.